Hello and welcome back to the channel. So another week of gaming, another week of lockdown. This poor fella has spent 15 hours trying to write his name in P on Death Stranding. Ah yes, so let's get into the news with the Death Stranding theme. Due to the lack of sales, I guess, for the game, and he's just getting desperate for money, Hideo's thought he would release a clothing line in the way of this ANARAK, for example, that's going to cost you £1,500 or £1,900 if you're in the States. This is the jacket, the ANARAK. You don't get the these things or the trousers or the boots. I don't think you can get the baby. It's just not the hat, not the beard. You just get the ANARAK for £1,500. It's down here. Let's have a look. There it is. Look at that. You get a little yellow sort of pocket thing. £1,500. Can you just imagine walking down the street? That's a nice jacket. That's with the yellow patch. That's where I keep my baby. Yeah, okay. How much that cost you? £1,500. They would slap you in the face if you said that to them. You paid £1,500 for that jacket? Yes. Okay. This is what I look when I've got my baby on. Okay. Alright. Just keep walking, weirdo. Yeah, so he wants to sell you overpriced clothes now. So that's your bag. If you like buying overpriced clothes from a Hideo who's a complete nutcase, go for it. Let's check out some more gaming news, shall we? So, PS5 news. This incredible PlayStation 5 design shows off the console we all want. Really, just based on the way it looks. Which is not even official. I don't know where they got this from, but they're going on about firstly, I'll read this. This is quite interesting. With PS5 games, including the launch exclusive God of War on the horizon. What PS5 games? You said with PS5 games, including God of War, but what ones are there? They've not announced any other games. So, and then it goes on to just go on about the benefits of it, which is they don't really talk about much. They just said lightly fast load times and the controller. So really, they just said this is the console you want. It's got one game, it's got load times and a controller. There we go. That's how they've sort of promoted the PS5 right there. But this is apparently what they say it's going to look like, which kind of looks like a laptop. Does it look like a laptop? It looks like a laptop to me. It's fairly small as well. Very small. So it's going to be interesting how that works. I personally don't think it's going to be anything looking like that. If it's got the power and the cooling system that it's branded to have. But these people think it is. They're going with it and think it looks fantastic. But I'm sure whatever it looks like, they're going to say it looks fantastic and it's genius. So that's it really. If anyone's not seen that already, this is supposedly now what the PS5 is going to look like. And it's going to be fast with one game. There we go. Let's move on to more gaming news. So Xbox revealed their logo, but not as a massive thing. They just sort of just threw it at the back of something. Basically, so this is the new Xbox Series X logo. They didn't do a conference about it and make up massive hype about it. They basically just sort of, as I said, just sort of threw it in the middle of a load of other stuff. Just said, yeah, it's that logo, by the way. It's nothing big. It's not worth holding a conference for and creating hype over. It's just a logo. So there it is, the Xbox Series X logo. For anyone that's interested in logos, now we have logos. We have the PS5 logo, and we have this logo. The PS5 logo, if you're unaware, it consists of a P, an S, and a 5. There we go. Heard it here first. Right, let's look out for some other gaming news, shall we? So this news is slightly older, but it's sort of a reminder because it's exciting news. Streets of Rage 4 comes out on the 30th of April, which is in a few days. I don't know what date it is today. And it's coming straight to Game Pass day 1. I played this game EXO 2019, and it is very good. It's like the old games, old style, with the same music and everything, but obviously more updated, more sharper graphics, as you can see by this image here. I did do a brief video on it. One of my old videos a while back, I think back my EXO video, which is back in November. But yeah, it's going to Game Pass day 1, April 30th. So save that £25 it's going to cost you to buy if you're on any other soft hardware, and get it for Game Pass on the Xbox. Look at that, brilliant, brilliant. It's going everywhere. but obviously Xbox gets it free on Game Pass. So yeah, I just thought I'd highlight that because that's coming out soon, and it's a great game to jump into. Obviously, it's going to carry on being co-op as they always are, but I'm really excited to get down and complete that game when it launches. Let's go on to some more news. So to finish on this, a former PlayStation developer claims Xbox Series X is a beast compared to PS5. Studio Liverpool veteran suggests Sony was caught off guard by Xbox Series X power advantage. This is Chris Granell, and he's talked in the past. I've shown him on here about what his opinions are of PS5 and Xbox Series X, and he does hold the Xbox Series X in higher regard. But he was recently on the RDX show. If you don't know about that, check it out. It's Dealer Gamers podcast with Carl Eastwood and Zorka and various others. And yeah, and he went on to just go talk about it. He's asked questions and went on to talk about his opinions on them both on the show. So let me see if I can highlight some of his comments here. I think Sony has kind of rested on their laurels a little bit. They've got this massive market share and lead, and they've done a kind of PS3, and what I've been hearing is not that bad in terms of hardware and complications and things like that, but just a little bit off. They didn't really kind of appreciate what Xbox were going to try and do in terms of this power narrative, which is what I've been saying a while back. This is reminiscent that so far of the Sony going from PS2 to PS3. I think they dropped the ball. Microsoft has been positioning the Xbox Series X as the most powerful games console for a number of months. In January, the company moved to secure its official marketing slogan, "Power Your Dreams." And they go on to talk about the stats of which, however, these on paper do not tell us the full story. A PS5 utilises variable frequencies referred to as boost, which theoretically allow the console to hit GPU frequencies far higher than expected, with more compute power able to be extracted. The only problem with that is it is boosted, and the console can't remain boosted the whole time. So that's why it's going to fluctuate, that's why it's going to dip, it's going to go up and down, and that's when you're going to get your issues with your dropping frame rates and stuff. And he goes on to say there's no question that they were caught off guard. There's no question that Microsoft have been working a little bit closer with AMD on some of the technologies that they're working on. I'm sure it's going to cause a stir with a lot of people out there for me saying that, but there was confidence from Microsoft and Xbox in what they put together. You only had to see that Phil Spencer, when he started talking about the PS5 reveal, and they kind of knew that they'd made the right choices. Because Phil recently said he felt even better after seeing the PS5 reveal. That's probably going to be quite worrying to Sony. If you look at the throughput and ray tracing capability of Xbox Series X, then you start to understand why developers would be saying it's kind of staggering, he said. So you've got the maths, then you start looking at the real-time ray tracing capability. That's where Sony has been caught off guard. Goes in a little bit more detail as well, and then they start talking about the controller. But then he goes on to say about it's going to be the first party studios that are going to shine, and it always is the first party studios that shine until the third parties start to really get their head around things, which I kind of agree on. First party always shines first, and then the third party always take a while to catch up. You can see that even on Xbox X, where the first party generally hits 4K native 60, where the third party not always 60, not always 4K native. So he's right in that sense. The only thing I don't agree with him on is that he thinks the PS5 is going to launch with incredible first-party lineup of games, which I don't believe that's going to be the case. He says you're going to see Sony first-party games utilise Kraken a little bit better and quicker. It's going to be a benefit those kind of first-party studios, but it's not as plain sailing as it could be in terms of what I'm hearing. And there's a whole reason why they've been a bit quiet, and we're not seeing finalised hardware and things like that. So he knows some stuff there. There's a reason why they have been keeping things close to their chest, and that's why I said I believe there's a lot of issues at the moment which they're trying to overcome before they reveal the console, because I'm worrying if it's even finalised the console. And if it's not, then what they will do is they will once again use the coronavirus as a reason why it's been delayed. I believe they're not going to use, they're not going to tell the truth and say, yeah, we was caught off guard. what we want to achieve cannot fit into the console, so we're going to have to redesign the console. What they're going to say is, yeah, we can't release the console because of coronavirus. That's what they're going to come out and say. Kind of what I was saying with The Last of Us 2. Sony is still releasing games, everyone's still releasing games, apart from Last of Us 2 is delayed. I mean, they've just celebrated and hyped up the sales of the Final Fantasy VII remake. You know, if that game's selling well, why are you not releasing Last of Us 2? It's because you're holding back and you're going to release it as a PS5 first-party exclusive title because you've got no first-party games to launch. You've not got anything ready because you was completely unprepared. That's the truth of it, and that's what I think Chris is wrong on. He thinks it's going to release a ton of great first-party titles. I don't think it is. I think it's going to have none, but it possibly will have Last of Us 2. Which, you know, a great game in itself. Will it be exclusive? I don't believe that either. I reckon it'll be cross-gen because I don't think they'll want to drop sales on The Last of Us 2. Because if they make it exclusive to PS5 launches, it sells 2 million units. That means they can only sell 2 million copies of that game. So, whereas Xbox games are going to be cross-gen, that means when Halo Infinite releases, they can sell 2 million copies on Xbox Series X, they can sell 50 million copies on Xbox One, and they can sell all the copies they want on PC. So in terms of software and profiting from software, Xbox is far ahead. So that's basically it with Chris, and that's his opinion on that. So that's all we've got to say about that. Not much news this week, I'm afraid. It's been a bit sort of hazardous, but thank you all for watching again. Please sub and share, and I hope from here you all soon. I hope you're all doing well. Be safe, be good, keep gaming.